Hi guys, this is Shivari. In this session, I'm going to explain immutable classes in Java. In Java, immutable class is a class whose instance, once it created, you can't modify the state of an immutable class. So the state of the immutable object of an immutable class is going to be constant throughout its lifetime. So in order to create an immutable class in Java, you are going to define the class as a final, and then you are going to declare the variables as a final, and then you will have the constructor to initialize those final variables, and finally you will have only the getter method, no setter method. In case if the immutable class has the modifiable object or the modifiable instance variables, then you need to maintain immutability by going through the defensive copying or deep copying. Let's try to understand these concepts with an example. So the first one is we have defined the employee class as final, and then in this employee class we have four properties. So all those we declared as a final, and then in the employee constructor we are initializing the properties for employee ID, employee name, company, and then address. But whenever, if you look at how we have initialized, the companies and the address object is basically a mutable object. So that's the reason whenever we are initializing these companies in the constructor, we used collections dot unmodifiable list and then new array list of companies. This will make sure that the initialization is happening through only the employee constructor. So there is no other way they can basically add any other companies to the list to maintain the immutability. Similarly, when we are assigning this address object also, we have created the new address that is nothing but the address is also a final class, and it has two final variables, and those final variables are going to be initialized in the constructor, and then we have the getter methods. So this is also a final class. So here what we are doing is we are basically creating a new address that is nothing but in the employee class we are initializing the properties of the address using the address constructor. Okay, so once this is done, in the getter method we are also returning the new array list of companies, which is nothing but the defensive copy to maintain the immutability. Similarly, whenever you are getting the address, also we are returning new address of whatever the values you set it as part of this particular employee constructor. Those things we are going to create that object, and that object it is going to return, which is nothing but the returning a copy of the address to maintain the immutability. So this is how you can achieve the immutability whenever your immutable class has the mutable properties. So by using the immutable classes, you can achieve the thread safety because immutable objects are inherently thread safe because their state cannot be changed once it is created. And also these immutable classes can be used in concurrency, that means multi-threaded environment without any issues. And finally, you can use immutable classes for caching and reusing these objects because the state is constant. Hope this concept is clear. Thanks for watching this video.